addition and subtraction of matrices. We'll go further and learn about multiplication of a matrix by a scalar and other operations that are performed on matrices. So let's go forward. I will explain the types of matrices. Please have patience. We'll go forward and learn about the types of matrices. First of all, we'll start with the operation of matrices. We have learned about addition and subtraction of matrices. So this is about addition of matrices. Yesterday I have told that addition of matrices satisfy commutative property and associative property, whereas subtraction of matrices does not satisfy commutative property but satisfies the associative property. So next is the multiplication by a scalar. What is a scalar? Scalar is a number, okay, which is not a vector. By vector I mean the direction. So a number k, when multiplied with a matrix A, let us have a matrix A is equal to A1, A2, A3, A4. This is a 2 cross 2 matrix. Size of the matrix is 2 cross 2, where 2 represents the number of rows and 2 represents the number of columns. So now if we multiply it with k, where k is a scalar, then we have KA1, KA2, KA3, KA4. So this is how we multiply a matrix A with a scalar. So given here, I have given an example. I have taken a matrix A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So now 2A is going to be 2, 4, 6, 8. So students, there is a small confusion. Generally what happens is, like when we multiply with a scalar, generally we tend to multiply only one row with a scalar, or multiply one column with a scalar. Instead we have to multiply all the matrix with a scalar. So here if we take A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, we have multiplied all the elements that are present with a scalar. So 2A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8. This is about multiplication by a scalar. This is not a big topic. So let's go forward and see an important topic, which is multiplication of matrices. So we'll start with the multiplication of a matrices. So what is multiplication of matrix? Like consider we have two matrices, A which is equal to Aij m cross n, and B is equal to Bij p cross q. Let us have multiplication of matrix A and B. Now, in order to multiply the matrix A with the matrix B, the one condition has to be satisfied. That is, the number of columns of the first matrix A should be equal to the number of rows of the second matrix B. So the order of, or the size of the matrix A is m cross n, and the size of the matrix B is p cross q. So now if the value of n is equal to the value of p, then we have a matrix, then we can have the multiplication of matrix. Rather we have to, in order to, for the matrix to satisfy the multiplication, it has to satisfy that the value of n should be equal to the value of p. It will result in a matrix m cross q. Let that matrix be C. So if the value of n is equal to value of p, such A and B are known as conformable matrices. So in order to multiply two matrices A and B, they have to be conformable. By conformable I mean the number of columns of the matrix A should be equal to the number of rows of the matrix B. Number of columns of the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. So if it doesn't happen, if the value of n is equal to p, we told it as a conformable matrix. If the value of n is not equal to the value of p, then the multiplication is undefined. Multiplication multiplication is not defined if the value of n is not equal to the value of p. So coming to, so we have taken two matrices A cross B, A which is equal to Aij m cross n, and B is equal to Bij p cross q. So let us assume that the value of n is equal to the value of p, so that the multiplication of A and B is possible. By multiplying both A and B, let us assume that we got a matrix C. The size of this particular matrix is m cross q. Like we have m cross n, which is matrix A, and we have p cross q, which is matrix B. So the value of n is equal to value of p. The resultant matrix is m cross q. So C that is formed is equal to m cross q. Okay. Let us assume the value of A is equal to A1, A2, A3, A4, and the matrix B is equal to B1, B2, B3, B4. What is the size of the matrix A? The size of the matrix A is 2 cross 2. The size of the matrix B is 2 cross 2, where 2 is the number of rows and this is the number of columns. So now, because the number of columns of A is equal to the number of rows of B, we can multiply both the matrices and we can have AB. So now it will result in a matrix again 2 cross 2. So if AB is equal to C, where A is A1, A2, A3 and A4, and the matrix B is B1, B2, B3, B4, which will result in another matrix C1, C2, C3 and C4. I am rubbing the board here. What is the value of C1 is going to be? C1, the value is going to be, we have to consider the first row of the first matrix and the first column of the first matrix. So the value of C1 is going to be A1 into B1 plus A2 into B3. So A1 B1 plus A2 B3 is going to be C1. Similarly, the matrix, the value of C2 is going to be the first row with second column. Similarly, C3 is going to be second row and first column, and C4 is going to be second row and second column. So this is, we have seen the condition to satisfy that matrices should be conformable, and we have seen the method of multiplication. Let us solve quickly the problem. Please note down the example. The value of A is given by 1, 2, 3. Please note down the example. The value of A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is 1, 2, 1. So this matrix is a row matrix because it has one row, and this matrix is a column matrix which has one column. So now we have to find out both AB and BA. So A is given by 1, 2, 3, and B is given by 1, 2, 1. We have to find out AB, comma BA. So AB is equal to, let us see whether the multiplication is possible or not. We have to check the condition in order to multiply. This has one row, 1 and 3 columns, cross 3. Here we have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 and 1 column, 3 cross 1. So if we want AB, we are going to multiply the matrix A, which has 1 cross 3.